Good morning, everyone. Say hello, Al.
Hello.
So today is Super Saturday and I'm prefacing my video with a little intro because today we are raising money for the NHS. All of the AdSense on today's video will be going to the NHS. So all you have to do is watch the adverts in this video in full so we can raise as much money as possible. If you are able to donate, then please click the link in the description and donate as well. It's so important right now that we're all staying at home, we're supporting the NHS and we're doing what we can through these uncertain times. And go and watch all the other YouTubers who are joining in on this amazing cause. So type in the hashtag, find all the people, go watch all their videos so we can raise as much money. Use your Saturday to do that, staying at home, binge watch some YouTube videos and just watch all the adverts. That's all you have to do. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now so you can go watch my video, watch all the adverts and we can raise some money. Hello, Roxy. I'm just filming a little intro now. Last week I basically filmed every dinner that I had during the week because I wanted to share just normal content, you know, videos that are going to give you inspiration and ideas when we're all in lockdown, and also just something that's going to take your mind off things a bit. So I filmed every dinner I had over the last week and I hope you enjoy it. I will say to begin with that some of these dinners maybe were a bit boring, I don't know, I can't really remember, but I had the intention of including some like from my ebook or some new recipes that I would, you know, upload to my website. And I'm trying this whole thing now where I don't put pressure on myself and I give myself a break, and you know, filming my dinners every day was enough, and I didn't feel inspired to create a new recipe or kind of, you know, do that sort of thing. So I've just filmed my dinners, my normal dinners that I would have. I've not really thought too much about will this appeal to my audience or is this going to be helpful. I just filmed my food that I always eat without thinking too much about it. So I hope you enjoy and make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to be doing a week of lunches and then a week of breakfast to come. And if you do want some more recipes, then I do have an ebook filled with them. I also have loads on my website, so I'll leave a link to those down below so that you have plenty of recipes and vegan meals to create whilst you're at home so much. And let's get into the video without further ado. Good evening, everyone. It is Monday and this is the first meal of the week. We have some leeks and some potatoes from our Riverford delivery that needs to be eaten. We just got our new Riverford delivery this morning because we get our deliveries on a Monday. But we have leeks from last week that we didn't use. We've got these leeks and we've also got some potatoes that are kind of sprouting, which I know some people think is not a good thing to eat, but I'm not going to let these go to waste. We're going to have some leek and potato soup with some sourdough that's also getting a bit crusty, so we'll probably toast that and have a really lovely warming dinner. This is a recipe from my website. All the recipes in this video, if I have them, they'll be linked in the description and they'll be on my website or they'll be in my ebook. Or if they aren't, then I will list the recipe like on screen so that you can follow along. But fingers crossed, most of them are going to be ones that I already have on my website. This recipe is also really, really cheap. It's like 27p per portion. I did a budget video, which this recipe came from, and it's so affordable. So it's a good one to make. Leeks are cheap, potatoes are cheap, they last a long time. So let's get cooking. This guy, he ain't happy. So this is the final result. Looking very yummy. Very green. I feel like it looks more green than usual. Tastes delicious. Just what I fancy right now. and so cheap. We use Baker Tom's bread, which is an amazing bread company in Cornwall.
Yeah, I think if you can if you can make the soup cheaply, but use really nice bread.
Yeah.
And then it kind of elevates it.
What was that one? Is it like sourdough?
Sourdough, yeah.
Yeah, and then Riverford vegetables. I feel like this one's definitely more expensive than 27p because the video.
Is that what the old one cost?
Yeah, because it was a budget video, and we obviously went. I think we went to Tesco or Asda or whatever. So this is probably more expensive, but still very cheap.
Oh yeah.
It's probably like 50p maybe, or like 40p.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
It's so green, but I think the leeks were very, very green because Riverford do organic vegetables. So yeah, we're going to dig into this and I will show you my reaction to the food as usual. If you want to make it runnier, then add more stock. And if you want to make it lumpy, then don't blend it as much, depending on your personal soup taste.
If you have a soup maker, which we
oh my god, he's been winding me up going on, we should get a soup maker, and I was like, you're never ever allowed to have a soup maker in my kitchen, because you know what a soup maker is?
Great.
Literally, it's just like we have a pan, we have a blender, there's your soup maker.
Yeah, so it's combined.
No. If Alex had control, he would have so many random gadgets in the kitchen that he would never use, that would sit there, that he would spend
all
hundreds.
The gadgets you use, like the food mixer.
Where do you suggest that I put that in our tiny kitchen? I would love to use it. Giving me a hard time. Look how green it looks. It's like snot soup. Appetising.
Remember that Halloween video you did years and years ago? Didn't you make it? You called it snot soup or something?
Yeah, maybe. I'll link it so you can go laugh at me.
Like a blood smoothie.
Yeah, that was such an old video. That is just right. Delicious. Don't you agree, Roxy?
Bit hot. If you had a soup maker, it wouldn't be this hot. Very good. Well done.
Well done.
Can you imagine how good it'd be with a soup maker?
Bugger off. Good evening. So, I ain't feeling very good today. Don't worry, not the C word related. I just don't feel very well. So, I had a nap and my legs are on fire because I started doing Sarah's Days workout guide. She said on, I think, Monday or Sunday that she had 50% off her ebook, and then she's going to do her guide along with everyone else, and I thought that would be kind of fun to like follow along as everyone else follows along. And I do actually really like following workout guides because it motivates me. So I did that on Monday and my legs are dead today. So I'm finding that really hard and feeling sorry for myself. When I feel like this, I don't have much of an appetite. So I'm just gonna have like a salad for dinner. I had a lot for lunch as well, and I've had loads of banana bread. And we've got these Vivera steaks, and what I love to do is to cook those and make kind of like it's not a peppercorn sauce, but I make like a sauce with tahini and loads of peppercorns, so it's sort of similar. And have that on a salad, and that's what I'm really craving right now. So I'm gonna have that for dinner, and I'll show you what it's like when I'm done. I'm probably not going to show the cooking process, apart from maybe showing you the burgers on the frying pan, because that's all the cooking involved. Roxy is currently eating her dinner. Can you hear? Roxy? I seriously hate not having a dishwasher. I have done 2 loads of washing up today already. 2. This is from lunch. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. So these are the steaks. They are so good. They're kind of more like burgers, but I cook them and then slice them up so it kind of resembles steak, like you'd have on a salad, and it's so yummy. So I've also just got some of this Asda cheese, which I've put on here because we're really lacking in salad ingredients. We only have spinach because we run out of all fresh lettuce. Spinach seems to last longer than everything else. And we have been stocking up on vegan cheese just because it's a really good thing to have in the fridge, so we can make plenty of sandwiches and stuff. So it's as basic as that. And then the dressing I've just mixed up, sorry the lighting is so bad. I've just mixed up tahini, peppercorns, lemon juice, olive oil, salt and loads of pepper, and a dash of date syrup just to get rid of some of the bitterness. and a dash of water as well to help it combine, and then giving it a good old mix. And I've just been tasting it and adding whatever it needs, but I usually just wing it, and it turns out like a really lovely creamy dressing. Do you see how this stuff makes it look like it's bleeding? It's got like beetroot in it. It just looks so real. And there it is. The tahini kind of absorbed the water, so it was a bit thicker, so it's not dribbled the most beautifully on there, but look how much this looks like meat. And this is a dream to me, this meal. And I've also got a little glass of wine, which some people might be like, why would you have that if you're not feeling well? But in current times, it's making me feel happy. So this salad and that wine makes me feel like I'm in a restaurant and makes me feel happy. So this is my dinner. So let's do a little taste test. If you're in the UK and you haven't tried the Vivera stuff, and you can get it, I know supermarkets are kind of pressed right now, but you went to Asda and got this, right? I feel like lots of vegan products will probably still be available.
Yeah, sometimes like the whole shelf is full of certain products, and sometimes some things are completely sold out, so it depends when they've got stock.
Yeah.
But
if you can get it, it's really nice. And you can always freeze stuff like this to make it last. Like warm salads. If you can have access to this, I have a website. If you don't have access to the Vivera, I have a recipe on my website for a mushroom salad, a portobello mushroom salad, which you can do with portobello mushrooms, or if you can't get those, you can do it with normal mushrooms, and it would taste really delicious and have a similar feel to this recipe. So go check that out. Roxy got really muddy on a walk, so we had to wash her, and look at her all wrapped up. She got really hyper, got the zoomies, and now she's chilling out after we've brushed her, ready to sleep. Good evening. It is dinner time, and I'm gonna make like really similar to what I made in my what I eat in a day, except I'm gonna make it into pasta. Again, excuse the washing up. We're in lockdown, and that's my lunch, but Alex usually washes up. He usually washes up lunch.
I had 3 plates worth for lunch.
So what is that? That's breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
This is reality. We don't have a dishwasher.
No.
Often I usually do wash up after lunch, but we've been filming all day our bedroom makeover, and yeah.
The worst thing about the lockdown is it pushes back the time until we get a dishwasher.
I know, I just want a dishwasher. All that stuff could just be in a dishwasher right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
eat your food, Roxy.
I'm gonna make sort of like roasted veg pasta, because I did that roasted veg in that video and we had it with couscous and it was so good, and I want it with pasta. I'm just really craving that. So I've totally changed my mind. I just looked at the veg we have, and we actually don't have loads. We have loads of parsnips and carrots, which I think that I need to use to make kind of like a Sunday roast. I think I'm going to do that on Sunday, so I can show you that, because there's just so much carrot and parsnips. I'll probably have to do another recipe with carrot and parsnips. Maybe I'll make some mash with them or something, but I don't really fancy that with pasta. So I've got courgette, pepper, onion, spinach. I'm just going to fry that and make a pasta sauce, because there's really no use in me roasting it in the oven, and it'll be quicker. And I'm going to look in the freezer now as well, so it's just going to be a normal veggie pasta. So these are the ingredients: a half used tomato, onion, courgette, some, I think they're like winter greens, a pepper, some passata that we need to use that's in the fridge, this organic penne, leftover spinach, and then this huge Lloyd Grossman, because I think I'm going to do all of the pasta because it means we can have leftovers for lunch. And I just found this in the freezer. When Alex went to Asda, I think he went a bit crazy and got loads of frozen vegan meat stuff, because we don't want to be, you know, buying loads of stuff all the time. We want to go into the supermarket as little as possible, so we just stocked up on this kind of stuff. And this is some roast tender strips, so I think this will make it really, really lovely and chickeny. I'm interested to see how this compares to oomph, because it looks very, very similar. definitely going to be great when I have children because I always make so much food. I have a bit of a problem, don't I? So there it is. And I piled on loads of vegan cheese. This is the Asda mature cheddar, which is just so good, and yeah, I cannot wait. I'm just going to try some to show you before I sit down. Let's dig in. Here it is. Alex, I can see you. I did taste the chicken. It tastes very similar to oomph. I feel like they've ripped oomph off. That Lloyd Grossman sauce is so yummy. But I do have pasta recipes on my website that don't involve jarred sauces if you want to save a bit of money. I have recipes of how to make them from scratch. I just was feeling lazy today, and this is the reality. I'm not gonna kind of try and tell you that I cook everything from scratch every single day, because I don't. So I love a good vegan meat, I love a good vegan cheese, I love a good jar of pasta sauce, only the good ones because some of them are really bad. A little trick that I did with this is I grated the courgette and grated the carrot. If you are someone who hates vegetable, grate it so that you can't necessarily taste it as much, or if you have children right now and you're cooking a lot more for them because you're at home a lot more, try grating things into pastas. And I find with Alex anyway, because he doesn't actually like a lot of vegetables, if it's in pasta with some vegan meat and vegan cheese and a lovely tomato sauce, he doesn't really care. That's how he'll eat vegetables. Like, he doesn't enjoy the taste of them necessarily, but he obviously eats them because he knows it's good for him. And I personally love the taste of vegetables, but it is a good way of hiding it in. I always put carrots in chili con carne and pasta sauce and curries and everything. And same with the spinach. I chopped it up because, again, Alex has a thing about the texture of spinach with it being like stringy. So I chop it up so you can't taste it at all. And then it just literally tastes like tomato pasta with a bit of texture in there. But yeah, I'm gonna have my dinner and I will check in with you tomorrow, Thursday. Good evening, it is Thursday and today it's just leftovers. We made so much pasta yesterday that there's enough to feed a massive family. I have portioned it out because I'm so hungry. I'm just feeling very hungry, and I've got a gigantic bowl of pasta. I am so hormonally affected when it comes to my appetite, and I always listen to it because there's no use in trying to not listen to it because your body knows best. And right now I am hungry. I also didn't have a snack this afternoon, and I always do, so I'm even more hungry because of that. So I'm gonna have a massive portion of pasta, and then I'm going to probably have a slice of banana cake like I've had every single evening and every single afternoon this week. But yeah, I don't know if any of you are the same. The week before my period, my appetite goes through the roof. Then as I get towards my period, it kind of simmers a bit. On my period, it's pretty normal. Maybe I have some cravings. After my period, my appetite goes quite low, like maybe towards the end. It's really weird. Sometimes it changes, but yeah, I really notice quite dramatic shifts in my cycle and my appetite and my mood. And I mean, I'm affected really dramatically by my mood, but we're talking about food here. So yeah, just honour that, honour your hunger. Don't try and fight it, and listen to your body, because that is when you'll feel your best and you'll feel sane. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this huge bowl of pasta with loads of cheese on top. Yum. Hello everyone. So it is Friday. I've just got back from the shops. It was quite stressful. I feel a bit because I actually haven't left the house in maybe a month, apart from walking Roxy, which is crazy because I was kind of self-isolating from the start because I work from home. So I took that upon myself to do as soon as I was able. And even before that, I think the only time I went out was to go walk Roxy. I think we went a couple times, drove to the beach. But I have, as soon as I heard about there being any cases of, you know what, in the UK, I didn't leave. I just stayed at home. Alex has been going to the shops and we've just been walking Roxy and doing nothing else. I didn't go to the office, and we've just been, you know, been at home. But we did a shop that hopefully means that when we get our Riverford delivery on Monday, we won't have to go to the shops for probably 2 weeks because we've got so much. And if we need anything, we can just walk to our local shop to get it if we run out of milk or something. I've had a bit of a meh day, slow start to the day, and going shopping was just really long and a bit stressful for me. So I am gonna make noodles, Alex is gonna walk Roxy, and I don't think I'll like show you the full cooking process because I have loads of videos showing me cooking noodles and I just want food. It's like 6 o'clock, so I just want to cook it. So I'll show you like what I'm gonna put in it and then show you like as I'm cooking, but there won't be any arty shots or anything. So let's get cooking some noodles. I think that I'm gonna use some of the frozen, I think we've got some like frozen like orange chicken or something, or like pork, vegan pork or something. I think I'll use that. So I'll get everything out and show you what's gonna be in my noodles. So here are the ingredients. We've got some of this Gardein Mandarin chicken, Mandarin orange crispy chicken. I think we only got this because it was an offer. I've actually never had it before. And probably the orange flavour is going to disappear somewhat when we make this recipe. I just fancy this, but if you don't have this sort of thing, then tofu is usually what we have. I've got some coconut milk and some rendang curry paste because I just fancy that kind of flavour. I was going to do like a sort of peanutty one, but I saw this in the fridge and I was like, no, I really want this. I've got some cauliflower, onion, carrot, some pepper, mushrooms, lime and coriander. I'm gonna fry it all up with, actually I've got to get some ginger and garlic. Onion, ginger and garlic, put the mushrooms in, then crumble this up or chop the cauliflower up really small, grate the carrots, chop up the peppers, fry it all together and then add these things and cook some noodles with it as well. I need to get the noodles out the cupboard, but it's going to be a really tasty feast, hopefully. We might have leftovers for tomorrow lunch or whatever. And I think at the weekend we're going to make some roast on Sunday. So I've got this Wellington that's been in the freezer since Christmas. And then tomorrow I was thinking either a split pea dal, but I've just realised this is only coconut milk that we have. So I might just do burgers because we've got beetroot in the fridge, and I thought I could whiz up some beetroot burgers and make up a recipe for that so you guys can follow along if you want to. And yeah, I'm gonna make my dinner. I'm so hungry. I'm not gonna do this chicken because I didn't realise it's like crispy chicken. I should have obviously read the label, but it's got like a packet of orangey sauce and then they're like deep fried little chicken nugget things, so I don't think that would suit the noodles, so I'm just gonna use tofu instead. So we've got some of this tofu, which is our favourite tofu, and I'm just going to shove that in. This is going to go back in the freezer. I think this would be better to have one day with like a side of veg and some rice. Yeah, that's how it's served here anyway. And I think that would be the nicest way to have it like cooked on its own, so yes. So here is the finished noodles. I'm so excited for this. I used buckwheat noodles and I've just topped it with a bit of soy sauce, coriander and some lime juice. And oh my gosh, this is just heaven. It's like Thai curry basically, but with noodles. And this is one of our favourite meals. We'll probably have this kind of thing at least once a week. I'm not gonna eat this on camera because noodles are really messy, but I will see you tomorrow. Hello everyone, excuse my mad hair. Just went on a run and took my hair out of a ponytail. It is the last day of our dinners for the week, and I think I mentioned that I wanted to make a kind of roast. I'm gonna do it really simply because I can't be bothered. So I've just got loads of potatoes that are kind of sprouting that I've just chopped up and they're now boiling, and I've also got a few parsnips that need to be eaten, and we've got this like mushroom, or I'm not exactly sure, but it's a Wellington in the freezer that's been in there for so long, so we need to eat it. So I think we're going to keep it as simple as that. I might look in the fridge and see if there's any greens, but I think the only greens we have are spinach. I don't know, we might literally keep it as simple as that. Might put some carrots in the oven, but it's going to be really easy. I do have a recipe for my roast potatoes, which I'll link down below. And also I have a mushroom Wellington recipe. I've got a nut roast recipe. So if you are, you know, you're at home right now, everyone's at home right now, and you fancy a roast, I don't know what it is. I fancy roasts for some reason more when it starts to get sunny. It just feels very like British pub kind of thing. And if you kind of want to recreate that pub atmosphere at home, I do have loads of recipes, and I did like a Christmas video, which is basically just a roast, which you can have any time of year. So go check that out if you want to know how to make all these recipes. But I'm so hungry right now and I can't wait to devour loads of roast potatoes. So I've just boiled these, or parboiled them. a little bit too long. I got distracted, that's why some of them are broken up. But what I'm going to do now is just like toss them really thoroughly in here. I've also got a tray with oil heating in the oven, and I'm going to put some semolina on them just to give them that crisp, and put them in the oven along with my mushroom and meat-free stuffing lattice or lattice. Lattice or lattice, I don't know. So it's not a Wellington, but it's, you know, a similar vibe. These are going to go in a bit afterwards because they don't need quite so long. And we're also going to have some peas with it and some gravy. So we've got some peas on the top, and in here we've got the parsnips, potatoes, and this lattice. It looks great. Doesn't it look so good? I'm so excited for this. Yum. Excuse the disgusting oven. I hate this oven, so I don't bother to clean it. Listen to that sizzle. And this thing, this looks great. I'm so excited to dig into this. Well, this is the dream. So I'm gonna try a little bit of this lattice. Just a teeny bit, because I need to use my knife to get more than this. Mmm. So it's like a fake meat, like a sausagey meat in there. That's yum.
Is it nice? I was put off eating it for ages because I thought it was just mushrooms.
No, it's really good. And then look how perfect these roast potatoes are.
I think I bought that in like November.
I love roast potatoes.